What's up, world? This is Hassan with Sniper Squad Day Trading. I am your squad leader, and I'm here to show you my trades for the day. All right, so let's go ahead and start at the top here on NIO. So NIO is really choppy today. These are really the type of trades that I just want to stay away from. But I don't know, you get to where you feel like you have a feel for how the market moves, and I'm not scared, but let's just see what happened here. So it started out, volume didn't come in until this second candle, and it came down, a lot of selling pressure through this support level, but then it popped right back up, and well over this high volume support, and well through VWAP, right? Made a nice high through this level and came back and tested VWAP. And so I went ahead and bought the break of the next candle. But this is a wide range candle. Really, for this setup to be nice, you want a nice narrow range candle that will be down here closer to VWAP, give you a much better stop. But, gunslinging, getting antsy. So I got in there. Stop was down here, which held, and that was cool. Really, if I was going to add, I should have added here, because it made a higher high and then a higher low at VWAP. I could have added here, even though this isn't really a good candle to add on. But, I mean, if I was going to add, that would have been the place to add. But anyway, came up here, tested this level, and then made made a higher low right here. And I thought to get in here, but I wanted to wait for a little more confirmation, right? And so it came and made a high and then a higher low, retesting this level again with a nice candle here with the bottoming tail. So I wanted to go ahead and buy the break of that. But again, when you see these double tops, when it comes to this is where you want to take some off the table, right? When it came up here, I definitely should have taken some profits. What's really hard about this market, like the way the market has been, the way the SPY is just kind of chopping and trading within itself, where you feel like it's getting ready to go and then it just comes all the way back down. It really gets hard to hold those long targets. Like yesterday, I was able to get really long targets, and so I was rewarded for my patience and was rewarded for holding. But on a day like today, I was punished for holding, and I should have definitely taken profits. I mean, even if I'm going to hold, you still got to take some off the table. You got to secure something, move your stop up, anything. I did nothing here, and so I stopped out. 2R. Like, I even moved my stop down. Because after this ad, I believe I moved my stop up to here. But at that point, when it came over here, my stop was above VWAP. And I was like, well, let me give it some room in case it just wants to test VWAP and go back up. And yeah, I paid for that. So minus 2R on one trade. Not cool. I mean, honestly, the places that I bought, like I would have rather bought right here, but my stop was in a good enough position where it didn't really bite me there. And this ad really isn't terrible, but you got to take profit at these double tops. So, and never move your stop down. That was, this could have been a break-even trade, or at least a 1R, minus 1R trade. But, you live and you learn. So, BILI. Let's check out BILI here. So BILI had a nice strong open, came down a bit, and then broke right through that high volume support from that opening candle. Came up, broke over this, I believe this is, no, what is that? This must be a level from yesterday. Broke over that through VWAP, made a nice high, and then what I'm looking at here, okay, higher low, tested through VWAP, holding this support level. This looks like a nice momentum buy, you know, but in reality, if we're looking at, we moved from down here at 25.11 and we moved all the way up to 25.60. I really should be wanting a pullback down here in the 30 cent area, right? I mean, hold on, let's see what we got here. I'm sorry, 26. Yeah, so I mean, a 50% retracement from here to here would be right here, which is what it did, right into this opening candle high volume support. But you know, the VWAP and the blue line being all right here, it just seemed like a good support level to buy. But I was wrong, and my stop got me out of there, which is great. It did come right back up to that level and test here again, and so I went ahead and got back in, which was a cool trade. It came up here, pulled back, and then came back up to test that high again. Now, this is, again, the double top where I should be selling. What do? I add. Again, man, it's just like maybe on a day like yesterday when the SPY was pumping, this would have been fine, and it would have, you know, went up another dollar. But you got to know what kind of market you're in. You got to know what the market's doing for that day, and you really got to take some profit at these double tops. Definitely not be adding. So stopped out on that one. It's 2 stops, and this is another one where I pulled my stop down, and so my second stop was 2R. So total red on that one was 3R. I really regret this trade here. I'd rather take the retracement than that, or you know, maybe if it consolidated up here for a while, then I could have taken that trade. But to buy it up here, this is at the top of the range. It's not a good buy. I can live with this one. This is a terrible ad. I should have taken profit right here at the top. So we will take some notes on that and make sure we do a little bit better tomorrow. All right, Baba. Now, Baba, you know, decently strong open, but then sold right off. And as it broke back through this opening candle high volume support and touched VWAP, you know, I was really interested in it. Came back down, made a higher low right here in this opening volume area, and I went ahead and went long here. I'm happy with that. With only 25 shares though, I think that's why I was reluctant to take profit up here. You know, I really wanted a heavier swing. This, you know, I wouldn't say, I mean, maybe hindsight, this looks like a good ad, but yeah, I really don't, there's really not a play I could really be that confident in because it's below VWAP, you know. So, but it did break well over VWAP, made a nice high, and a decent retracement back into VWAP. So that's why I wanted to add here. I'm not really mad at this ad. You see, it didn't even really get up to make this double top. It just made a lower high here, and that was a wrap for Baba. That was a wrap. So, yeah, this is really you know, when you're playing below VWAP, it's kind of like if you think of the opposite. If we were trading above VWAP and we came down and traded just a little bit below, you know, I would be anticipating a pop up. So this is kind of what happened. You know, it was trading below VWAP, came up, played around, and then just really went right through. So, yeah, I would take back this trade as well. But managed risk really well. Just out 1R, 26 bucks, you know. If VWAP was down here, you know, then I would feel like, okay, this was a decent trade. But yeah, that's not really my style, trading below VWAP like that, unless we're talking a reversal, you know, which I'll have here to show you on PDD. PDD, strong opening, got blasted, like super selling pressure, really long top candle, topping tail, really pushed down and like pushed down on volume, right? And then it made this low here, made a high, and then made a higher low. This to me is like a really good reversal setup. It was extended from VWAP, so went ahead and bought. Came back up to test VWAP, made another higher low, added there. Now this is a crispy reversal. Then bang, took that out. Took it all. Well, no, I didn't take it all out. I took profits. Took 75% of my position off here, and then stopped out at break even down here. So this was a really nice reversal trade. Just managed everything well. Took profit. Wasn't greedy. Really clean reversal trade here. And then AMD. So AMD was making wild swings right out of the open, pretty much just like the market. Came and made this higher high here, and then once it made its way back down to VWAP, I wanted to buy here because it tests VWAP. I actually prefer a breakthrough VWAP like we see over here, but it held this, and the reason I wanted to take because it was around this top right here. But I really should have been more patient, waited for a bottoming tail, waited for it to go through VWAP, and then here it actually almost to the cent right there to that opening high volume support, bam, right there. So that's a really nice test. And again, like I said before, my stop outs oftentimes make the best entry area. I stop out in the entry area. So got back in right there and took profit. Good job for that. And move my stop up to break even. So I got a nice take profit there, which brought me through break even up to 2R, which was a nice trade considering I was already down 1R from the first trade. So no home runs today. Today minus 1R total P&L. Weekday really. Really gotta be more patient and just wait for those really clean setups. Even though I was able to get a win on this, it's just so choppy. Every candle has a topping tail and a bottoming tail almost. These make it really hard to read the price action. It's really showing indecision that the market's not really decided which way this really wants to go. And as you can tell, the SPY just really chopped around all day. So yeah, man, just really got to be patient. I'm going to go back to, my notes, do some journaling, and try to box myself in, box myself into the highest quality trades, make my rules more clear, if this, then that, and try to stay out of these choppy plays and just wait for the real confirmation, where you can feel good and you can just put on your full share size and not be so concerned about adding so much. So yeah, just got to slow down a little bit, and we'll be back tomorrow to do some more trading. All right, hope you guys enjoyed. Hit that like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.